All right, guys, I'm gonna go over 4 quick and simple exercises you can do for hip mobility using a kettlebell and some bands. Let's get into it. All right, real quick. So the difference between flexibility and mobility. Flexibility is your passive range of motion, right? Which is good. It can be beneficial, but in my opinion, I think that having more active range control, mobility, meaning having flexibility and strength in end ranges, are gonna be more important than anything for combat sports or any athlete in general. So the first exercise that we're gonna use is gonna be with a kettlebell. Now, this kettlebell can be as heavy as you need to gain the range that you wanna have and to get the stimulus. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this is a 44 pounder, and I'm gonna go into a hip airplane. The hip airplane is to help with hip internal and external rotation. What I'm gonna do is, there's several ways that you can load it. I like to load it on the near side of where I'm externally rotating in an open chain. So this is what it looks like. You can also do this without some balance. Typically, I like to have balance, right? So that you can really work on getting that rotation. So I'm just gonna grab the rack here so I can maintain my balance. And then my opposite foot from my opposite hand is gonna be down. I'm gonna grab the ground with my feet, my toes, keeping 3 points of contact. From there, I'm gonna go ahead and hinge forward. So I'm gonna have my hand for balance. I'm gonna hinge forward. From there, I'm gonna externally rotate and then internally rotate. And I'm just driving my chest through, rotating all the way around, making sure that my bottom leg, the knee doesn't kick in when I go to externally rotate. 3 points of contact, a good arch on the down leg as I go to externally rotate on the up leg. You feel it in your glutes, you feel it in your adductors, right? So we're using the muscles to help with rotation of that joint capsule, right? So you can do 5 reps on each side. I like to pause 1 to 2 seconds at external rotation and in internal rotation. All right, so the next one is gonna be a kettlebell hip opener, and we're gonna use distraction with the band here. So what the band's gonna do is gonna allow me to pull my hip out of that joint. So basically I'm getting more range of motion in the joint capsule, right? I'm gonna take the band, step in it, pull it all the way up to the groin. Then from here, go on my knee. I'm gonna take my other leg, I'm gonna step out. So we're opening up the hip here. So we have external rotation here, and then I'm getting that distraction, so I'm pulling the leg out of the hip, making sure that I'm getting more range of motion in the hip capsule. All right, so I'm gonna take the kettlebell, we're gonna go upright. As I go to push forward, I'm opening up this knee to the outside. So I'm pushing forward, opening up the knee, using my glute on the back side to gain more range of motion. Again, this is active range of motion. From there, I'm gonna drive forward, squeeze my glute on this side. So again, I'm pushing away through the band, so I have some resistance pushing away. I have some resistance as I'm going this way, and I'm maintaining an upright posture using the kettlebell for a tactile cue, right? So I'm here, driving, squeeze the glute, open up. With this one, again, you can do about 5 to 10 repetitions. Pause at the end range for 1 to 2 seconds. Do both sides 2 to 3 times through. All right, so the next one is to get down into that deep squat position, right? So a lot of times with my athletes, they get tight in their hips and they can't really get into that depth that we want to improve force production out of the hole. So what I usually do is have a kettlebell. We can use it for more of a counterbalance effect. And then I'm also gonna take bands for distraction. So same concept as the last one. I'm gonna bring it all the way up to my groin, one side and then the other. Keeping it real simple, we're gonna walk out, all right? Take the kettlebell. This can be a slightly heavier kettlebell for counterbalance, but we're gonna front rack it and then sit down deep into the squat position. What I also like to do is I like to switch from side to side. I also like to come up, drive my hips up, and then sit down deeper and push the knees out. So I'm maintaining this neutral posture with my back. I'm keeping my chest upright, and then I'm opening up the hips as I go to shift from side to side and up and down, right? You can sit in this position Again, because it's active range of motion, we're working the muscles too to maintain this position, and we're also stretching the muscles that are tight. So you can do about 30 seconds in this position, do about 2 sets through. All right, this next one is gonna work internal, external rotation. We're gonna do a 90-90 shin box get up with a windmill. So the kettlebell, we're gonna go ahead and start off in this 90-90 hip position. And I'm gonna take the kettlebell, put it in the front rack position, right? From here, I'm gonna go ahead and get up off my hip. I'm gonna press overhead. From there, I'm gonna take the same hand where the knee is externally rotated or the hip is externally rotated. I'm gonna come down and rotate looking up at the kettlebell. As I come down, I'm gonna maintain my hip up, squeezing the glute on the internally rotated side. Then from there, I'm gonna sit back, still maintaining that upright position and keeping that kettlebell overhead. From there, I'm gonna go ahead and drive up again, squeeze the glute, stand tall, rotate back, and come down to the front rack position. Start up again, we press up, hand comes down, elbow, hold, squeeze the glute, drop down, control, back up, squeeze the glute, open, rotate, back around. Three to 5 reps each side, 2 sets through. All right, guys, there you have it. Quick and simple, 4 exercises, mobility drills that you can do with a kettlebell. If you want full access to my brand new kettlebell program, Combat Kettlebell 2.0, link is in the description now. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.